Welcome to our quick lecture on sports nutrition. As I promised you before, I want to make these lectures not very long. I want you to take something out of them. So the Sports Medicine and Performance course, MCA 570, we have our sports nutrition. Let me go back a second. Going a little too fast for everybody. All right. What is nutrition? The study of nutrients, micro and macro, and its effect on the body. What is a macronutrient? Nutrition the body needs in large amounts: water, carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. And what is a micronutrient? Nutrition the body needs in small amounts: vitamins, minerals. I know a lot of you probably already know what all this is, but I really think it's important to understand some basics so that whether you're a coach, a parent, an athletic administrator, you can understand basics about sports nutrition. So we talk about fuel for the athlete. An athlete's nutritional demands are high, higher than everyone else, people that are sedentary, older people that don't need as many calories. But athletes are almost like little kids who need a lot of energy to get their day going, and energy in terms of calories. Athletes typically train for hours per day, and therefore, they require large amounts of energy, so lots of calories. I listened to something recently. J.J. Watt, an NFL football player, consumes about 9,000 to 10,000 calories a day, and he is a phenomenal athlete, probably one of the very best. Require proper amounts of nutrients to maintain a healthy immune system, proper body fat and weight, and you must prioritize your fluid and electrolyte balance to prevent dehydration. Because when that happens, we can get low on salt, we can get low on potassium, some of the key electrolytes that help us from cramping, that keep our body in what we call homeostasis, that nice balance. Optimal training requires the right balance of both macro and micronutrients. So taking multivitamins is not the way to go here. You need to balance everything. Fuel for athletes. So I want to give you some examples. Macronutrients, nutrients needed in large amounts. Proteins, meat, fish, poultry, soybeans, nuts, cheese. Carbohydrates, fruit, veggies, sweet potatoes, grains, rice, pasta. And then some of your fats, and they're all different. There's monounsaturated, polyunsaturated, omega-3s. We don't need to get in the weeds here. That's a little more involved nutrition course. But if you can understand some basics, things that are really good for fats that we could use: olive oil, flaxseed oil, walnut oil, canola oil. You might have heard of other things like krill oil. And then water. I call that the most important macronutrient there is. We also have our micronutrients, nutrients that we need in small amounts. Vitamins A, B, C, D, E, and K. Minerals such as calcium, iron, potassium, sodium, and zinc. I lay it all out for you here in the PowerPoints, but I like to say everything out loud so you can actually hear it at least once or twice. And then there's supplements, extra things. So yes, you do get amino acids in your proteins, but some people would like to add extra amino acids to their workouts or to their daily regimen. And so that is considered a supplement. And you also have your branched chain amino acids, so the ones that are essential to body processes. You have essential amino acids and non-essential. Essential just means that you need them, that your body's not going to be able to make them itself. So you have to get them in your diet. We'll save that for another lecture. Electrolytes, kind of mentioned that already, but you always hear about Gatorade and different things like that. Pedialyte, IV fluids, those things provide electrolytes that our body will use for energy and normal body processes. Protein powders are all over the place. Green powders, you might see those more and more now. It's an easier way to get your fruits or nutrients from your fruits and vegetables. Vitamin supplements, mineral supplements. Caffeine is considered a supplement. A lot of people use it, an ergogenic aid. It helps you achieve the goals that you're going after because it gives you this extra energy boost. And then there's creatine, something that's been on and off a hot topic on the market, but that some bodybuilders and other professional athletes and even non-professional athletes swear by, that it helps them with muscle gains. And there's many, many, many others out there. You just have to be careful. If you ever have a question and you're considering one, you should definitely look up the research. The FDA is one place that can provide you some answers, but remember, they're against supporting supplements, or actually verifying them. So they don't go in and check supplement warehouses to see if these things are actually real products or not. And we continue with our fuel for athletes. We think about high versus low nutrient dense foods. So if you think about it, we want as high nutrient dense as possible, smallest amount of food with the most amount of actual like dense nutrients. So what I mean by that is vitamins and minerals, because you could have a very small amount of food that's very, very high in fat, but if there's nothing else in it, it's not going to be that good for you. So high nutrient, low nutrient. High nutrient, deeply colored vegetables, leafy greens, fish, lean meats, poultry, beans, lentils, whole fruits, unprocessed grains, seeds, like chia seeds, flax seeds, sunflower seeds, and then nuts. Those are great high nutrient things. Low nutrients, we could have big cookies, but low nutrient. Chips, soda, crackers, cake, mashed potatoes, table sugar, ice cream, white rice, refined pasta. These again are just some examples. There are thousands out there. I just want to be able to give you something that if you're sitting there at home and you're like, gosh, I want my student athlete to eat a little better, I need to make them a quick list. Here's a quick list of 5 to 10 things that they should eat versus not really eat, except for maybe once a week. So the low nutrient things you can have as a snack on a cheat day, and athletes can especially have them maybe after a really strong, bad workout where they just got their butt kicked and they're worn out. They can take in some of those things, but on a daily basis, we really want to go to the high nutrient foods. In summary, in this nice little 5-minute lecture, proper meal planning is an important part of any nutrition program for an athlete. I do want you to check out the myplate.gov website. I think it's great. It's much better than the pyramids we used to use in the past. We've gotten away from those. And I want you to really think that no two athletes are the same. No two athletes should have the same exact meal plan. Calories, frequency, types of food should be different based on body type and sport played. So you really do want to, if you're at the luxury of having a sports nutritionist on your staff, then use them, employ them. Use them for what their degree was designed for. Always advise your athletes to eat high-density whole foods. Always keep your athletes properly hydrated. If your athlete is thirsty, it's too late. So we do have to worry about things. Part of proper nutrition, eating right, staying hydrated is preventing things like heat exhaustion, heat stroke, dehydration, injury. If we don't eat right, our chance of getting injured is even higher. Keeping bodies in the proper amount of body fat. So I use an example of like wrestlers. They sometimes can lose way too much body fat, and that can be very unhealthy. Or bodybuilders that get super, super lean. Lean is great, right? But we can throw off our bodies. And also you have to think about things like female athletes and the female athlete triad. I'm not sure if you've read about that, but we have to worry about things like anorexia and osteoporosis and amenorrhea, which is where you don't have a menstrual cycle. All things that I would talk about more in future nutritional sports medicine type lectures. But I just wanted to give you a basic understanding today of sports nutrition and something that you can take away from this lecture and use in your everyday life and with your student athletes. Have a great day.